Condenada por la opinión pública.
Así es, Adela.
¿Qué pasó?
Hoy en día no te puedo decir qué pasó. No lo entiendo, solo sé que perdí a mi angelito. Y me duele mucho.
¿Cómo fue, Lisette? A ver,
Del domingo acosté a mi hija y al otro día ya no estaba en la cama. Iba la nana como de eso de las 8:15, 8:30 a decirme que Paulette no estaba en su cuarto.
A lot of kids go missing out of the blue, but the case that I'm about to tell you today will make you question a lot of things. This is the case of Paulette Gebara Case and how she disappeared out of the blue from her own bed. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here and you don't know who I am, my name's Litzy. I talk about true crime cases, and thank you for actually putting your attention towards my videos. If you're not new here, welcome back. Also, please like, comment, share, subscribe, the usual. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Paulette Gebara Case was a 4-year-old Mexican girl who was born on July 20th, 2005 in Huixquilucan, Mexico, to Lisette Farah and Mauricio Gebara. Lisette was an attorney and Mauricio was a real estate agent. Paulette was born prematurely at only 25 weeks of pregnancy, weighing only 1.7 pounds. Paulette had many development problems. She had trouble moving and talking, which affected her day-to-day tasks, which meant doctor visits were frequent and Paulette had to take a lot of medication. Her parents hired 2 nannies, Erica and Martha, which both were sisters. Other than that, she was a normal 4-year-old girl despite her challenges. A lot of people were surprised how good Paulette was doing at school. Her principal would say that Paulette would try hard to do things on her own with a little bit of help with her motor and language problems. Over time, Paulette even learned how to take a few steps with therapy. She even learned a few words, including mom, dad, water, and food. One day on March 21st, 2010, Mauricio, Paulette's father, came back from a trip in Valle del Bravo with Paulette and her sister, Lisette. Paulette's sister is also named Lisette after her mother, so I will be referring to her as Small Lisette. Her mother, Lisette, was in a trip with some friends in Los Cabos, but she also arrived the same day as her husband and daughters at their house. Lisette saw that Paulette was already in her pajamas, so she decided to tuck her in and give her a good night's kiss per what Lisette claimed. But later, one of the nannies named Erica came out saying that she was the one who tucked Paulette in that day. The next day, Paulette's nanny, Erica, went ahead to wake up 7-year-old little Lisette and get her dressed for school. She then waited at 7 a.m. for the school bus to arrive and pick up little Lisette. About an hour later, Erica went to Paulette's room to wake her up for kindergarten, but to her surprise, she was nowhere to be found. Erica searched everywhere in the family's huge apartment for Paulette. She searched the closets, the bathroom, Lisette's room, and anywhere she could think of to search for Paulette, but Paulette was nowhere to be found. Erica knew that there was no way Paulette could have left the apartment on her own because Paulette needed assistance getting up from bed herself. That possibility was out of the window. She actually believed that Paulette was kidnapped from her own bed, so she immediately notified her parents. It was said that when Erica told the mother of the news that her daughter with disabilities was nowhere to be found, she was unfazed and she said to go ask the father, Mauricio. And when Erica went to go ask Mauricio about it, Mauricio would go say the same thing, go ask the mother about it. It was like a cat and mouse situation, back and forth. Erica and her sister Martha, Paulette's nannies, conducted a frantic search for Paulette around the condo area. Mauricio alerted his sister of the situation that was happening, and she even alerted the authorities and the Attorney General of the state of Mexico. A forensic team, police officers, and detectives searched the whole 2-story home, but there were no signs of forced entry, struggle, missing items, or Paulette. The investigators were left puzzled with no leads to follow. Then one of Paulette's aunts, Arlette Farah, asked for people to help with the search of Paulette. She posted on social media, and then Paulette's story went viral pretty quickly. Billboards, flyers, ads were seen everywhere of Paulette's disappearance. Attorney Alberto Basbas was contacted by the president municipal and told him about Paulette's disappearance. He then started to investigate a little further into the case, and the intense search caused controversy because more than 14 children in Mexico go missing every single day, and Paulette's case was getting a lot of recognition fast, and a lot of attention and resources poured into the case. Then Paulette's parents would go on interviews to talk about the supposed kidnapping regarding Paulette, but people started to talk and say that during the interview that Lizette would do, there was not one single tear falling down her face. Her response to a question regarding how her daughter could have been taken, where she jokingly mentioned the possibility of aliens or Harry Potter being responsible, shocked people and started to make them think that maybe the own mother was involved in Paulette's disappearance. On the third day following Paulette's disappearance, Lizette decided to do an interview inside the room of Paulette. She would say that she went ahead and tucked Paulette in on her recently new bed, since she used to sleep in a crib and she was barely getting used to the new bed. She then would place pillows around Paulette so she wouldn't fall or hit her head. From there, she went and turned the light off and did her own things and went to sleep at around 12:30 with her husband. The next day, on March 22nd, Erica, the nanny, arrived, and that's when Erica went and told Lizette that Paulette was not there. During the whole interview, it seemed like Lizette didn't even shed a single tear for her own daughter Paulette, which seemed a bit weird considering that your daughter with disabilities has been missing for a while now. On March 29th, the Attorney General announced that Paulette's parents and Erica and Martha would be placed under a restriction order due to inconsistencies in their statements. Attorney General Alberto Basbas said each one of them at a certain moment had falsified in their statements, which has made it difficult to know the truth of the facts and clarify a firm line of investigation. On March 30th, Paulette's parents spent several hours at the police station before being transferred to a hotel to comply with the order. The same day, police experts placed blankets at the home for a reconstruction of events. Meanwhile, the forensic team were looking at Paulette's bed to see what they could find, and there they made a shocking discovery. Paulette's remains were discovered in her bedroom at around 2 a.m. on March 31st. In a leaked video of the investigation, the forensic team was talking in the video and saying that she was brutally beaten. They were looking through the bed sheets, and there they saw blood stains, and then they uncovered Paulette's body stuck between the bed. The weird part was that they didn't even seem shocked when they found her body there. The autopsy report concluded that Paulette died from asphyxiation. It was also said that there weren't any type of toxic substances in her body, and that Paulette moved during her sleep and she fell in the middle of the foot of the bed and the mattress. Paulette's disappearance was the most shocking case in Mexico. Many people started to wonder, how did many people search her bedroom and multiple sections of the bed, but nobody ever saw Paulette until 9 days since she disappeared? How did nobody ever smell a foul odor coming from the room if she was there? Wouldn't a deceased person start to decompose in 3 days and start to have an odor? So many questions are yet to still be answered. On April 4th, a judge granted Mauricio and Lisette and the nannies freedom after specialists said Lisette suffered from personality disorder. On April 5th, Lisette and Mauricio would go on to do separate interviews, and they both blamed each other. Mauricio would mention that he could not trust his wife and the death could not have been an accident. Meanwhile, Lisette would say that her husband blamed her for Paulette's death and she couldn't trust him either. On April 6th, Paulette's body was buried. Lisette was the one who decided to bury Paulette, but Mauricio or any of the Gebara family could not attend due to an agreement. 7 years later, Paulette's body was exhumed and cremated due to authorities saying her remains were no longer objects of evidence for the investigation case. Paulette's sister, Lisette, ended up staying with her father, Mauricio, and Mauricio denied the mother to see their daughter. This case has many questions from many people around the world. Was her parents involved? Or was her own sister involved? Or did she even really die from asphyxiation? Let me know your theories down below, and I'll see you in the next video.